The Kendy and Raybo podcast, sponsored by Maeve's and the Garavogue Bar.
Oh,
Go on.
our pensions expert left her bottle here.
Oh, she did.
Could we use that as some kind of leverage?
Sniff it.
No. What do you
Sniff
mean
it.
by that?
I guarantee you she wasn't drinking water.
Oh, I know what
She
you mean.
talked about antibiotics.
I thought
but
you would say something weird there.
No.
When we all go sniffing
Oh,
it.
you dirty oak.
I don't know why,
Taking
but
it
sure
right
you're-
down. Is it water?
Oh, it smells like loads of funding. Oh.
It's just for us water.
Anyway, yeah, hopefully everyone enjoyed last week's pensions episode.
I was thinking...
Bar one fella on YouTube who I want to call out.
Oh.
Do you know we had no one watches on YouTube, obviously, as in not watches, but watches. It's just the still of the
Yeah.
screen, and then you can listen on YouTube.
Yes,
say.
yeah,
One fella said, "Don't be getting anyone in now ever,
Unless
Did you
it's
hear?
Derek.
Unless it's Derek," he said.
Yeah, yeah.
To which he thinks we're probably going to go, yeah, sound sure. Look, that's grand.
No, but
we'll do whatever you want then.
I'll be honest with you. I took his point and I thought to myself, maybe this week needs a bit of balance. And I brought a load of drugs and we're going to do something not responsible.
Let's get out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
last week it was a very responsible podcast, which I'm sure we didn't really give a trigger warning to people.
Yeah.
Because I know Katie Cassidy stopped listening after about 3 minutes because she's hyperventilating.
Yeah,
She's like, my future's fucked.
I actually met her on the Saturday. She was like, "Why did you do that to
Yeah.
me?" She had a pure panic attack, no
Yeah.
more than I did. But I said that should have eased you into it.
Yeah, so I think this week we should just, go back to our reckless.
My rule is 5
origins.
though.
What's rule of 5?
My rule is 5 people. If 5 people say to me, "What was it?" You know, the scene in Father Ted. That sermon.
What was that about?
That podcast. What was it about at all? If 5 people do that, then I go, we made a mistake there.
All right.
But
You shouldn't have told me that now.
No, yeah.
Because I can if I don't like a podcast now in future, I'm just going to go, I need to get 5 people to text Mark.
The one thing I'd say to you though is you used to be very bad, didn't you? If like one person said, "I didn't really like that thing you did," and then you'd be like, "We need to take that episode down,
Yeah.
Mark, now because
And
some fella
rebrand.
on the street,
Yeah,
said
I
that
did,
they didn't like." Which I'd be like, I don't care if one person didn't. Anyway, the pensions one was more for me, so I don't care anyway.
It was,
And
it was very selfish. It was just
do you know who owns
I
this
just wanted
podcast?
I wanted a free consultation.
Yeah, I got a free consultation out of it.
Yeah,
all
so did
I had to do is record it.
Yeah.
You know?
It's true, yeah. They'd cost money, those.
But can I also talk about me missus for a minute as well, though? As marvellous and why is there a lamp here?
Why is there a lamp here?
Someone else uses this studio as well, where we can't pretend it's only us.
Yeah, it's just,
Someone brought a lamp.
just very different.
It is very different. It's made from someone's skin.
And if you subscribe on Patreon,
You won't see us because
you will see the skin lamp.
You won't see the skin lamp.
Oh, you won't, Jack.
Yeah, because
You'll
it's
see
not
us looking at it.
Yeah,
Which is just as good.
Oh, unbelievable television. Did you see the way he's looking at the lamp last week? I'm glad now I'll play it for the Patreon.
What were you saying about your wife?
So obviously Nicola is marvelous in every way. She's 100% of everything you ever need in your life.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But sometimes 100% isn't. It's 90.
Well, how could it be 90?
Just because it is in my head, and I'll tell you why. There's 10% to Nicola that makes me go, "Will you please listen to me for 1 second?"
Oh, yeah.
We had a chat
Right.
last week with Helena,
Yeah.
right? And I went home to Nicola and I said, the two of us, she invited the two of us to go in and just chat to her.
Yeah.
I know you're about to get also enrolled.
Yeah.
I
Also
said,
enrolled.
you're about to be also enrolled, Nicola. And I said, we're just going to go in and chat to her and make sure that our finances are going to be right, like for the next 30 years or whatever.
Plus, you had been told you were going to make huge pound.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I said, I was chatting to her last week, Nicola. I said, Helena, or last night, I said, and Helena turned into a cartoon, and these money signs flew out of her eyes.
Yeah.
And I said, that's what I'm going for. No, but anyway, I said to Nicola, let's just go in and chat to her about, because I'm going to have to start investing in something anyway. So why don't you just come along and we'll make sure that we're both doing the right thing. Nicola said, I have that done at work. And then I was like, okay. That was an invite that got shot down there incredibly quickly.
I presumed you tried it again.
About an hour later then, I was like, she was explaining some of the stuff about the auto enrollment stuff, Nick. Maybe she can help you, like.
Yeah.
And Nicola was like, oh, we have a meeting this week, like, it'll be all right. I have it done.
Would she have known it all at that point?
What?
She appears to have known it all.
Yeah, no, she knew it all. And then I was like, okay, so I have no say, like, oh, sorry, Nick, it's just like 30 years after we retire is all I'm trying to look after. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
I'm just trying one meeting. So I had to say to her yesterday.
Right.
I'd sit Nick down going, Nick, I'm not attacking you.
Good.
Right? I'm just being simple
That's
old
good
Kendy.
communication.
Yeah.
Good communication.
It's always good to start with it. I'm not attacking
Not attacking you.
Now, I did have a wooden spoon in my hand at the time. But that was for my protection, not hers.
Sure.
So I said, the key phrase there is, I'm not attacking you.
But I have a defensive weapon.
But just in case it
Just
comes
in
to
case,
it,
yeah.
I'll get dirty again, like, you
Yeah,
know,
okay.
if it has to be.
Yeah.
Anyway, I said, but will you please just come and meet her with me I'm not saying you have to do anything. I'm just saying, will you come to the
Hear
meeting
her
with me?
out.
Yeah, and hear
Yeah.
her out.
Yeah.
Which is really a trait that a lot of women are very good at, is hearing things out.
Yeah.
You know, like I found that over the last 20 years that, you know, reasoning and such has come into play quite a lot.
Quite a lot.
On this part, it definitely didn't. But she did agree and say, okay, well, I'll go then. So if that's
Did
what
she
you
say,
want.
fine?
No, she was like, okay, if you want me to go. But I felt like a little tiny baby bitch because I was just like, I was still like, I'm just asking you for a favor. So really, she's only doing me a favor now.
Yeah.
She's not looking to benefit after the age of 65.
Yeah.
That's done in her head already.
She thinks she's grand.
She's already benefited from after 65.
Yeah.
With thanks to our wonderful cop-on government.
Top down government.
Yeah, who have
Yeah.
decided to get into bed with black water or whatever they're called. Is that what they're called? Black water.
Yeah, black water.
Nahishka Dove.
Black rock.
Oh, it's called Black Rock.
What's rock
I have
in
no
it?
idea what the Irish is for rock again. I can't remember. I lost on the Irish years ago.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was just a little tiny complaint about who is the most perfect woman in the world.
I presume now, so you've sorted out she's going to come now to the meeting.
Yeah.
Good.
And she's going to sit there looking at her nails, Nicholas.
Yeah.
Go like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she's going to go, I've done the 10 minutes. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Can I go
Oh,
now?
wow.
Yeah. No, she won't.
Yeah.
She might.
Why do you need to bring her to it?
Because I want to make
asked
sure
you
that.
this, because I mean, I don't involve Laura in the financial affairs of the family.
I know, yeah, but.
I'd
Yeah,
have to have someone there to explain it to her.
yeah, but hang on a minute now. You don't involve her in the financial affairs of the family. Because if she
There are
knew
none.
if she knew the financial affairs that the family was in,
No,
you'd be out your arse as well.
Sorry, now I have to admit, I am coming at this now all of a sudden, which is a bit like you in the early days of the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm flat out watching Downton Abbey. I'm
yeah.
in season 4 now.
Oh,
at
you're
this
treating them
stage.
like bitches now.
So I'm watching Lord Grantham in Downton Abbey going, surely we won't have the women there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
we
what a
we shall
great-
have to have someone to explain it to you, darling.
Yeah.
Because
But
you would not understand the ways of the business.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
and that is still true to this day.
But it's
even
not.
though
No,
it is, of course.
So obviously Laura is, a fully fledged 50% shareholder in our marriage.
Yes.
And she is consulted on all, decisions and whatnot.
future
But I
investments
do
and
love
all.
watching Downton with her, and I do turn around to her and I say, look at that there
Yeah.
now.
Do you know how lucky you are?
Yeah,
You
do
say
you know
to
how
her.
lucky you get a say in any of this?
Yeah.
Me,
You're
you picking
best-
out skirting boards
But
there this morning.
this has got me thinking, though, ever so slightly.
Oh.
Not about my own sexual tendencies, right? But kind of in a broader social spectrum of it all. I don't want to have sex with a fella. That's not what I'm saying to you, Ray. So get that image out of your head straight away.
Thank you. That's
What-
helpful.
Where am I at? Am I on the bed and am I standing beside us?
Stop
Look.
it.
So the point I'm trying to make is, do you think we'd be better off with one of our own? And do you think they'd be better off with one of their own?
Oh.
Do you know what I mean?
Like if me and Sean O'Reilly got together.
Okay, well, why'd you pick him and not me? That's
Well,
like, I'm here in front of you, like.
I know you're here in front of me, but like,
What are you talking about? I would give you way more. Sean would give you a good night
I
there,
couldn't
like.
deal with you.
The first night. Hang on now a
No, I
minute,
couldn't
you.
deal with you.
Hang on, we're only in the relationship 15 seconds already, we're arguing.
We're not in the relationship. I have no relationship. Me and Sean are together, and you're jealous. That's what's after happening here
That's
now.
not at
You're
all
the jilted
what's after
lover.
happening. You know,
It
it's
is.
that
Me and Sean have started and everything's going great.
I hope he goes off with Carter and they find some other fella.
The problem with me and you would be,
Go on.
I wouldn't be able to deal with this sports thing.
Yeah, but there's misses as all. You'll be my missus then. That's the first thing. There's misses. There's misses up and down the country, Ray,
Can't deal with the sport thing.
who have to deal with the sport thing all
No,
the time.
I couldn't handle it. Couldn't handle this blind addiction.
Yeah, but can I tell you one thing though? And it's not because they've lost 4 games in a row now, but my interest in football, soccer has gone way down. Like,
Okay.
I don't get
But
annoyed at all by it
yeah,
anymore.
no, I know it's that, but the golf and stuff, and you'd be there going, I'll have to watch this match and that match, and I'd be going, we've better things to do with our lives, Mark.
No, we don't though. That's the
We
the
do,
problem here
and
now.
that's where we'd fall out. Where me
Yeah.
and Sean has a healthy relationship with sport. He likes it, but
Yeah.
it doesn't ruin his day.
Yeah, but what are you going to do about all the travel? He's gone, and you're like, you're right. It's about
I'm
that,
delighted.
Sean.
If he's off, I trust him. He's
You don't
grand.
mind him.
I don't mind him.
Okay,
enough,
again, see, we're
Nathan.
making this sexual thing, but maybe you would be better off, yeah, because it doesn't matter what he does.
No.
You're just like, I want you to be my companion in
There
your
you are.
life.
now. But what your point was,
And I think
is that
yours would be better off. Go on.
me and Sean would get on better
Yeah.
if it was just the two of us.
Well, I don't think anyone would get on with me. I think there'd be a lot of stuff that fellas would find wrong the same way that Nicola finds them wrong.
I think
you
if
know
you
what
were
I mean.
with a fella instead of Nicola, and he was in a job, and he was getting auto-enrolled in the pension in a couple of months' time. I
I'd be
have a funny feeling he'd be sitting there going, I'm doing this in work. I don't need to go.
Leave me alone.
I don't need to go to this meeting.
Yeah. See, the problem with me and Nicola is just that we don't really love each other. No, the problem with me and Nicola is I'm probably the emotional one, and I can't handle it. Like, you know, I don't handle my emotions very well.
Yeah.
I jump the gun quite a bit.
Yeah. Well, with the wooden spoon sitting there.
Make rash decisions quite a bit.
You don't make that many rash decisions.
No, I do. I make a lot of I judge a lot of books by their covers. Have you noticed that about me? No,
Never.
No, have you not?
No.
I told this story last week to someone. Might have been you. I judged a book, and I mean, when I say judge the book, I'm spelling it B-U-C-K.
Oh, a book.
I judged the book.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So I judged the book months ago, and subsequently, having worked with him an awful lot more lately.
Yeah.
I said to ye last week inside the Radisson, I said, you know, your man's a lovely fella. And you were like, yeah, I know. And I was like, yeah, but I thought he was a prick. And then you were like, no, you thought he was a prick the first time you ever met him and he wasn't talking to you.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you made that decision straight away.
Yeah. Would you be like that?
No, I am. I think I judge a lot of books by their covers. I'm trying to be better at it, but...
Yeah. Well, I think it's a natural thing in humanity.
Yeah, I think
when you
so
meet
too.
someone, you have a bad experience the first time around with them, you can't help but going, geez, what's the story with that book?
But also, do you think, Raymond, and analogies and metaphors here now might run away with us if we keep doing this, but can a chameleon change its stripes?
You mean, can someone change?
Can a zebra change their stripes?
No.
Can a horse change his hair?
No.
Does the Pope shit in the woods?
No.
Do you know all of those
I don't
things?
think people can change.
Do you not?
No.
Seriously, you don't believe
No,
people can change?
I think they can change bits. They might be adjust slightly for you.
You can
but
maybe
I
change
think-
the settings.
I honestly think
You can change the sentence, but it's still a fucking Windows Vista.
Yeah.
Is what
yeah.
you're saying.
Like I had an incident this evening.
Go on.
At 10 to 6, I was still on the laptop doing Department of Government work.
Yeah.
And Laura comes in from the shop, which I'd sent her for the groceries.
She'd never change.
And she said to me, are you not going to the podcast? I'm just finished something here now. She said, go to the podcast now. You don't want to be late.
Yeah.
She said, you're always late. You're always late for the podcast. I said, I took offence. I said, I am not always late. There's the odd night I could be late because of government work.
Yeah.
But it's normally there around 3 minutes past 6, maybe to 7 minutes past 6.
The government shops
which
for
is
no one.
effectively late, I'll admit.
Yeah, it is late.
And
like,
then
yeah.
I was talking then to my good friend Barry O'Sullivan on the phone on the way over.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what Laura said to me? I had to go because I'd be late.
Yeah.
And Barry said, yeah, but you're always late for stuff. And I was going, no.
No. So did you find something out about yourself?
It's apparent. Apparently, people think I'm late for things all the time.
The one thing I will say is, though, you're never late for a wedding, though, when we land to a wedding, ever.
That's what I was trying to say.
Now, the one thing I will say is that you do stop in a lot of places on the way, which makes me slightly nervous.
But I make provision for those stops.
Yeah, but I know why Laura said that to you, though, by the way.
Right.
Because bitches be talking.
How do you mean?
They're always talking. We have a pair of wives, right?
Oh.
Well, one each, like, which makes a pair.
Yeah.
Right, you have one and I have one.
Yeah.
They sometimes go and enjoy themselves at the weekend together.
They were enjoying themselves on Saturday night.
Yeah, which is really dangerous. I don't like when they do that. Not the dangers of being out and about in the town, the dangers of them talking.
So we need to keep them apart.
Oh,
Are you telling me that my admonishment here this evening was as a result of Nicola?
Nicola. As a result, Nicola only told me that today.
What'd she say?
So, because I put my two babies to bed at
Because
8
you're
o'clock.
such an emotional fella.
Yeah.
And you're coming home giving out about me being late.
Yeah. No, that's not at all the case.
Oh, okay.
Well, it is a little bit, but not, no.
You're going home.
But I'll explain it to you. It's become
Throwing
a
the
thing.
toys out of Ali's pram.
It's become a thing over the last whatever amount of years that we've been doing this,
Yeah.
or even when we were doing it in the house.
Yeah.
The babies go to bed at 8 o'clock.
Fair enough.
And then
Oh, yeah.
I'd be getting home then at 20 to 8. Nicola would be like, oh, geez, you must have had a good long one.
Oh, yeah.
To which I would say either you or Brendan were not here to start the show when the
That's
show
correct.
sort of started.
Yeah, that is correct.
And then last week she was like, what the hell is going on there? And I said, well, I actually sent Ray back to the house.
I had to go back
Because
to
it was
yeah.
my fault that time.
Yeah.
But she was like, yeah, it's mostly him that's late though, isn't he? No, Nicola said, is it always 15 minutes? That's what she said.
Oh, she caught you.
Yeah, and no, yeah, to you. She caught you.
When did she say 15 minutes to me?
She said it's always 15 minutes that you're late.
Oh, Jesus.
No. So then she then said that to your wife. You see, these bitches be talking all the
And
time.
now my wife is embarrassed about me.
Yeah.
And she said, you better not be late tonight.
Yeah. So your wife's pure embarrassed. No. For another reason,
This
she's
is why I
embarrassed
don't
about
involve
you.
her in worldly things.
But do you not think you could change that though and be more?
No, back to my core point.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? No, you can.
I probably could, but you could. I think people having the will
One of my
change.
One of my biggest what are they called, pet peeves is that called tardiness? Is that what they call it?
Tardiness, yeah.
So
it's very insulting in fairness.
no, it is, but I'm not saying that all the time. So nothing is a problem unless it's consistent.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
like bullying. Bullying isn't bullying unless it's consistent.
No, if you bait the head of someone once a year,
Nothing
wrong with it. You
It's
can't
not
even get
bullying.
prosecuted.
Not
You can't
bullying.
get prosecuted for the renting.
But if it's consistent.
Yeah, once
Yeah.
it's once if you're doing it twice, 3 times. Hang on, no a minute now. This fella's doing it quarterly. But I wrap that fella up. No, so but my point is, I absolutely hate tardiness in the face of stuff that you should be at.
Yeah.
So, but like that doesn't mean that if you're late, I lose the head.
No, you have never lost the head.
But all the time, then it makes me uneasy and anxious, especially when it comes to like weddings or gigs or whatever. My motto has always been this, Raymond.
Go on.
If you have a huge flute, show us. That's number one. My
That's a good
second motto has always been.
It's always the worst one that comes to mind, isn't it? That's what I thought about when Nicola said, "Jeez, it must have been a long one." I immediately went to your first motto, not your second.
So,
Well, Nicola, it's always a long one.
what
with
was
me.
the second? What was the second one again? I can't even remember now. Oh yeah, my motto has always been: you're better off sitting around bored than panicking.
True, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know the way sometimes I'd be telling you to land to weddings at 8 o'clock when clearly they won't be ready for us.
No,
until
every
9.
time you've told us that, we've been sitting
Yeah.
around waiting.
But I love sitting around waiting because
we're all
I
there.
go, everyone's here, and we're now ready to be called upon whenever needs be.
So we're coming early for your emotional needs.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. Just
When you put it like
I
that.
need you- that's exactly what I
Yeah.
want. That's exactly
We're
what I
keeping
meant. by
Mark
that.
happy.
But anyway, do you not? Do you think genuinely that Bjors would be better off together though? Whatever about two fellas being better off together?
It has a nice ring to it.
Yeah, I certainly watch us, but
I don't think they'd be better off. I think fellas,
I don't think so.
I think the whole Venus and Mars thing, I think men and women, I think they complete each other.
also you're against it. Then would you say?
I think in
What way would you?
heterosexual...
Let's say if we had a vote or something.
No. I think... Wait, now.
No, of course it works. I'm talking about in the broader spectrum, would couples be better off? This is only a bit of playfulness. Obviously, you can have what they call homosexual relationships.
Oh, yeah, I see what
Raymond.
you mean.
Homosexual relations happen all the time.
I wonder
but what
if
I
they're way
mean
more
is though,
successful.
yeah, like would they be way more
Is there
successful?
empirical evidence out there to state now this whole...
Would the world be better off?
Would the world be better off if everybody just sticks in their
Not
own
if
lane?
everyone, if the balance was tipped more towards same-sex couples rather than... The one problem I would find with Bjors, and this is not to stereotype and generalise, and that, like pure black pudding comedy, but what I mean is like they'd end up not saying nothing to each other when they're vexed.
That's true.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's wrong? Nothing. Well, it's nothing wrong with me either.
And
Well
no-
then.
Nobody in the... I'm fine. I'm
Yeah.
fine
No,
also.
okay, we're both
Yeah,
fine then.
yeah.
It turns out everyone's fine,
But
everybody.
nobody in the relationship either will say yes all the time.
What do you mean by that?
I think it's important. I heard a lady on the radio today saying that she was celebrating her 14-year anniversary and they went away to Mayo for a night. And what's the secret to a happy marriage? Louise Cantillon asked the lady. And the lady said, well, he says yes to everything.
Oh yeah, that's the easy road.
Yeah.
That's the finest, man. Instead of going down the dirt track and not know where you're going there's a motorway straight there.
Yeah.
I do that all the time. I've given up. Like,
Will we change,
that's
will we
me
change
now.
the windows? Yes, dear, we will. Yeah.
I say whatever.
Yeah.
Nicola texted me 5 times today about stuff. I can't even remember what they were. And I just said, yeah, sounds
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
That is the easiest life you can live.
But in a same-sex couple, on the female side, who would say yes all the time?
None of them.
None of them.
No, because I've been rejected.
But then equally, when you look at it on the same-sex couple on the male side, then obviously both could possibly be saying yes, which could be a very agreeable relationship.
But I think there's something about fellas that...
They're the ones that are off in Thailand having a great time because each of them said yes at various junctures.
And what were they doing in Thailand? When they were what was it in Thailand that brought them to Thailand?
I
the
just
two
thought
fellas?
that's a nice place. That's where I'd like to go.
But I think there would be problems in terms of the emotional side of things that I think women need fellas to bounce off and bounce things off.
Do you
Probably
now?
a lot of the time.
And if there was a referendum on such things, would you be voting that way?
I would vote for man and woman. Have you ever heard of this lovely couple from years ago called Adam and Eve?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they kind of set the
You're
marker
winding
down.
up now, aren't you now?
I'm not winding up to that, no. I'm just saying,
The big Catholic church heading you.
she was just trying to aid an apple and peace rate.
Yeah, she
And,
was, yeah.
do you know,
And he said yes, dear.
he said, go on ahead.
Yeah, go on ahead. But
And he knew the repercussions.
Yeah.
But he fucking washed his hands of that
He wa-
situation. He knew well.
yeah, he did.
He knew well the big dog,
Yeah.
if you spell it backwards, would be in. Okay?
Yeah. Go on.
The old big dog spelled backwards would be
I
in.
like that. Now
So-
imagine if Adam and Eve, if it was Adam and Adam, Adam one would have taken.
Well, the thing is Adam and Steve is
Adam
what
and
they call it.
Steve. Is that
Yeah,
what they call it? So it
that's
was
what
Adam
they
and
call it.
Steve.
Yeah.
Steve would have pulled down the apple and gone, should we? And Adam would like,
But I think if it was Adam and Steve, they wouldn't have pulled the apple down.
no.
I think that would have worked.
Okay.
I'm all for homosexual couples as long as it's fella
They'd have
on
been off
fella.
hunting.
They would have been like,
It'd be a bit of steak.
they would have been like, your man did say not to touch that, didn't he?
Yeah.
And then Steve would have said, yeah.
Yeah.
He would have said, sounds good.
What if it was Eve and Eve?
If it was
What's
Eve and Eve,
Eve? Is
they,
it-
right? If it was, if
You haven't
it,
got one on that, have you?
Pamela and Eve, okay?
Pamela and
If it was
Eve, yeah.
Pamela and Eve,
Yeah.
right? They would have been like, I know he said that, but he's not around. Doesn't matter.
And she, immediately Pamela would
And
have
she
gone,
would have
yeah,
said,
you're
will I
very
get
right.
it for the crack, will I?
Yeah.
Do you know
go
what
on,
we'd do?
go on,
We'd stick
go on.
like a straw in it with a playful willy on the top of it.
Yeah.
See, it would have been like,
So you're
seriously,
saying
let's
that
go for it.
if the original Adam and Steve,
Yeah.
if the original sin wouldn't have happened.
No, I don't think so, no.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't
That's
think
a
it was-
big statement.
I'm just letting you know. I think if you read the Bible properly, it says something
And you know
along those
something then, it
lines.
would have really undermined the whole church's thing is, look, we can sort it out for you. It happened,
Yeah.
but we can try and fix it. Whereas if it
As
didn't,
long as you never like enjoy yourself ever again.
yeah, but what if the Adam and Steve had happened
Yeah.
and there was no original sin,
Yeah.
and everything went brilliantly,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's called Protestantism, Raymond. They don't hate themselves at all.
No, they don't. They think
They
in fairness,
don't,
it works
like-
really well for them.
It works really well for them, Raymond. That's called whatever Lutheranism or whatever the hell it is. We were the whole idea with Adam and
That's
Eve,
very
ate
good.
the apple was going, you're not perfect and don't ever forget us.
Don't ever forget it. And you're going to
Right.
be making up for this for
Ever.
millennia.
Yeah, you're going to keep making up for it.
Yeah.
You better not get caught in purgatory. Keep making up for it all the time.
Okay.
They don't have that.
It's very interesting way you went. Anyway, look, I
So
don't know.
what we're saying is, let you head off yourself. Leave us alone.
Leave us
That's
alone.
the point
Yeah.
we're trying to make. Yeah. Anyway, Ray, have you anything else? I didn't know I was going to talk so long about that. Go
I
on.
have bits.
Go on.
For starters, I have to do an immediate shout out.
Oh, yeah.
Correct a gross travesty from last week.
Go on.
A gentleman by the name of Andrew Joyce contacted us weeks ago to
Right.
say, please wish my wife Gillian, she's a teacher,
Yeah.
right? And we did speak about teachers before.
Maybe we won't bring this. We will bring it up in a second, Gillian. Go
Yeah,
on.
so Gillian is a teacher, and she's also the winner of the Kissing Cousins competition at the live show last February.
Oh, she shifted her cousin.
She did. She is 21 again. Well, was 21 again.
Lovely.
Recently.
She's aging Benjamin Button.
And I promised Andrew Joyce the deluxe extravaganza shout out now that we missed it a week because I forgot to do it last week.
Well,
'cause we were
do
talking
you want the
pensions.
deluxe extravaganza shout out now, Andrew? Your wife, Mrs.
Yeah.
Whatever, is the problem.
Okay.
We figured that out.
Yeah, well,
before
there was
recording.
conversation. Yeah.
Teachers are the problem. So, since the start of September, I have been going out of my mind, dropping Ali Kendy to a creche every morning that is not 1.5 kilometres away from the house.
Yeah, and you're stuck in traffic.
Stuck in traffic for 1.5 hours.
Yeah. Bless you.
Right? Sneezing, doing the whole lot. Anyway, this week is midterm.
Midterm.
Well, I strolled down today in the
Yeah.
car.
And it was similar this evening coming over here.
Similar to even coming
There's
over
no
here.
traffic.
I was here 20 minutes early. Now, Ray wasn't, but I was here
late.
20 minutes early.
3 minutes late.
Right? Because there's no traffic on the roads.
Yeah.
Everyone out there is blaming, not
Immigrants.
everyone,
They're all
immigrants
bringing
coming
immigrants.
in. They're
But
all
it's not.
bringing them in and they're clogging up the roads.
It's not. It's
but
teachers.
it's teachers. Teachers are the problem.
Getting to work.
Getting to work.
And home from work.
Yeah. Why don't you do what they do in LA?
Why don't they work remotely?
You should. They did for a long time.
Yeah.
But why don't you carpool? Right? When you're on the way in from Tubbercurry,
Or take public transport.
do you know? Yeah, there's loads of
Myriad
public
of public
transport.
transport
It's like a
options.
brilliant, wonderful
Coming in
access.
from Tubbercurry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Public transport. Did you know my old one can't get from Cashel to Galway on a bus? That's how bad the public transport is.
Really?
Yeah, I
Where
don't
did
think
you have
there's-
to change?
Do you know what she does a lot of time? I don't know if there is one, but it's only depending on the times.
Mm-hmm.
When Mum wants to go to Galway, right, which she does like
All
literally
the
every,
time,
every
yeah.
week, like
Yeah.
she has to get a train to Athlone
Yeah.
and then
Oh,
a
God.
train to Athenry and then a bus from Athenry to Galway.
Why did your mother never get a driver's license?
Oh, don't talk to me. And they were handing them out in the 60s too. She was like Nicola with the,
Yeah.
listen, Geraldine, they're actually going to give you one. No, it's all right. They said it's all right. Like,
Why didn't she-
No, but this will change your life. Yeah, I know, but I have it sorted already. I don't need it.
Like,
It's
she
grand.
strikes me as someone that would probably be a very angry driver and therefore well at home.
Do you know what now? It'll take a long time for it to
Yeah.
roll down the window.
Yeah.
Do you know what now? What I got to tell you now?
Yeah,
Do you know, God forgive me
God
now.
forgive me
And
now.
You can fuck off now. Let you. You know.
Why did you ever tell you why she didn't get a driver's license?
I don't know. Like, I think it just got so far. Like, do you know, in the words of Linkin Park, in the end, it didn't really matter.
How very poetic of you. Anyway, to round that off.
But it does matter now that she's
Fair
retired.
play to Gillian. Happy birthday. I promise doves. I promise fireworks. They're all happening here. You can't see
There's
them.
big explosions going on. They're under the table.
Unless you've subscribed to the Patreon, $5
Yeah.
a month.
Now our hands are on the table, so that's not
And
what
you'll
they-
also, you'll get us looking at the lamp. We look at the lamp for
Shit, it doesn't get much better than that.
Good
mate.
lamp, isn't it?
There's the two Johnnies aren't offering that.
Right.
Go on anyway, sorry.
Here we go. I want to talk to you about children.
Yeah.
So I was in...
I have loads of them.
I know you have. You have 2 of them, so it puts
that
you
I
in
know of, yeah.
It puts you in a position here today where you're well able and positioned to tell me what you'd feel about what I did in this situation.
Right, okay.
I was out my lunch break down in Ballina from the Department of Government, and I was in the filling station near the Department of Government, buying myself a sandwich. And I landed down to the cash desk to pay for said sandwich, and in front of me was 2 children, a boy and a girl, and I'd say there were no more than 4. I would say, if I was to guess.
Yeah.
In the girl's hand, she had a €5 note. In the other hand, she had one of them toy spiders that you get for Halloween.
Oh.
The young fella, who may have been 3, he too had a toy spider in his hand. They were looking to purchase these said spiders.
Yeah.
She had the $5, they had the spiders.
Yeah.
Up to the gentleman behind the counter, and she presented the €5.
I can tell you he's already a prick. I just know it.
She presented the $5 to the gentleman, waved at him, and I thought this was really cute because obviously they're. So I surmise, I said, clearly they have a parent, you'd hope, somewhere nearby, possibly up in Supermax, having a little chicken fillet roll.
Shite parent, but go on anyway.
And the parent had given them €5 to go and buy the spiders, which it happened when I was young.
Yeah.
You know, there was, go buy the toy.
Yeah.
It's a very big development thing. Mm-hmm. The man behind the counter said, no, spiders are €3 each.
Oh my God.
So the spiders were 6.
Yeah. Please tell me you put the law of into the pocket.
So I was stood there. Part of me was also kind of wondered, I'm not going to get back for 2:30 if this carries on. So she still she doesn't understand the fact that there's because she doesn't know maths yet.
She doesn't know what money is.
She just knows that she has 1 monies.
Yeah.
And the 1 monies gets the 2 spiders.
Yes. 1 money equals 2 spiders.
2 spiders. That's very basic maths in a child's head.
Yeah.
So he's going, now €3, that's €6. You don't have €6. You have €5, he said. And I was going, oh no, I was kind of going, come on now. Take a hit for this. These 2 spiders are not worth €3 each.
Yeah, well, you're getting into something else there now, but okay.
Yeah, but I just thought, just take the $5.
Yeah.
And put €1 in yourself, or just put it through.
Yes.
As a $5 for the 2 spiders.
Yeah, no, so,
Special deal.
So you should have put your love in your pocket first of all and given €1, which would have big timed them.
I'll tell you what I did. I was stupid.
You tapped first.
I said, I'll get them.
Yeah. No, I really like that though, Ray.
I'll get them.
Yeah.
So I thought about it after. I caused a problem.
Why? Because they had another
Because
$5.
No. So I got them. The 2 kids were totally confused and like, no $5. So she kept the $5.
Yeah.
And I should have taken the $5 off her.
Yeah, I know, but it's okay
because,
that you didn't.
No, it's not. Because the child went back to the mother, handed the $5 back, and they had the 2 spiders.
Oh, and then they thought they robbed them.
So the mother was going, you're after robbing a pair of spiders.
You're after robbing 2 spiders.
Yeah.
And I have to go up and give another €6.
And I have to go up and pay
Well,
for
you
them
could
now.
have gone to mommy and daddy and said, I'm just letting you know.
I haven't time for
You
that.
had time. You have to, sure. You have to get back.
Imagine me walking the 2 children down towards Supermax.
So
Hand
I
in
bought
hand.
them spiders.
I'm after buying them spiders. I hope it's okay.
Yeah, I bought them a spider,
Yeah, we're not renovating the house. No, we don't need the money.
So, the point is, and I've been thinking about this all week as well, is there no cop on left in the country at all?
Yeah.
Has the cop on been bet out of us?
I think so. I think we lost cop on in the COVID.
I think it wasn't even just COVID. I know you don't like when I do this.
Ah, no.
The EU, Ray.
Ah, no. Don't
It's
be blaming the
EU's
EU.
fault.
Everything in this country was built by the EU.
This is Angela Merkel's fault.
I went to vote.
I know.
On Friday, and the MCR down the Mail Coach Road Centre.
Yeah.
My first time ever setting foot in it.
Is that your first time
A
voting
big
in there?
gold plaque up, right?
Paid for by the EU.
This building was paid for by the EU.
But that doesn't mean that. So
Off
you can't.
the Peace and Sustainability Fund.
Have you seen Dave McSavage when he's doing the political skit where your man's like, how can your man run for office there? Didn't he take all that? He fixed the roads.
Yeah.
So that's what you're saying there. But didn't they fix the MCR?
They paid everything.
So shut up about this.
Yeah.
The point I'm trying to make is that with all good comes some bad. Okay? So I think now that there's no cop on left in the world.
But the EU didn't take the cop on or the lad behind the counter.
No, but the cop on there would have been, you know, the old shop you used to go to, the corner shop?
Yeah.
When we were kids.
Yeah. 3 miles away down in Killala.
They would have taken a $5 for those 2 things.
They absolutely
And
would
it
have.
wouldn't have wrecked their ballot sheet.
No. Oh, I'm with you.
So he can't take $5 because then all of a sudden his till is down €1.
Yeah.
And then he gets called into a fucking HR meeting.
And he's sacked.
Yeah. Like,
the next thing he's in the dole.
Years ago, fucking the 2 people that ran the shop used to be in the shop and go, I'll give you them for $5 now. Okay.
Yeah,
off
there's
you
a bit of
go now
crack
and
about
tell
it.
mommy. No, and away you go. You can't do
And
that
the kids
anymore.
have learned something, but all they were learning at this point was just that, sorry now, in this country, your fiver doesn't go as far as
because
you
I
want
remember going to a shop thinking, I have loads of these monies. My mommy gave me loads of them. Turns out they're all 5 cents or pennies, whatever.
Pennies, yeah.
But behind the counter, down in Woods' shop, they would have gone.
Down
"Now
in
you
where
can-"
shop?
Woods' shop.
Oh, Woods's.
Yeah, Woods'
Jesus,
is
I
the
thought
name.
it Woods'
They
shop.
would have they would have said like, oh, you can get this mark for that. I'll take that for this, and then you would have went off and gone and got a bag of rum cocktail for us. But there was no such thing as, excuse me, one of the tills is down 64 cents. Who is responsible for this?
True.
Because we can't put that into our
That's
data
not
or
the-
software.
that's-
That won't go into our software now, and you're actually ruining the whole thing.
That's not the EU, that's revenue.
No, well, that's but revenue. I mean, you're right though. But what I mean is like just modern commerce is just like. But the modern world is like that as well. There's no cop on left.
Yeah.
I told you earlier, I'm losing interest very quickly in football,
Yes, right.
mainly due to Middle Eastern money. I've said this last year, by the way, when Liverpool won the league. For anyone who's like, "Oh, Liverpool started losing the mark," I've said this.
No, you've said it repeatedly.
I haven't said it repeatedly. I'm losing interest in it because there's no cop on the moor. There's a referee in the middle of the pitch, right? And a South American lad jumps on the ground. Okay. And the referee clearly knows there's absolutely nothing wrong with this fella.
Yeah.
But because there's no cop on anymore, he has to go, well, technically now, the lads upstairs looked at us and technically, because he was touched a little bit there, he could have fallen over. So technically, we do have to go with and you're like, so there's no cop on left then. You can't say to your man, will you get up, will you? You bowsy. Get up. Right? So the Premier League now has just become South Americans rolling on the ground. And... You're just like...
It's the finest bit of South American rolling.
But yeah, it's good rolling. Like.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we've started to accept this and there's no cop on. I remember watching the game last year where there was a fella playing up front for Bournemouth, right? And he got man of the match, I think. He didn't score or assist anything.
How did he get the man of the match?
He won a load of fouls off the centre-back.
Ah, Jesus.
So Gary Neville was like, he's done a great job up front winning frees for his team. And I was like... So every time he jumped on the ground, you were like, tick, there's another one.
Yeah.
Fair play to him. That's the way. No cop on.
Do you like Gary Neville?
I really like Gary Neville. Yeah, I think he's great. But like, that doesn't mean I didn't disagree with him. But you can't watch it anymore. You're just like, this is a load of fellas. I had Old Bethany in my house the other night, right?
Old Bethany.
With Old Bethany, right? So Bethany was over in the house the other night because we were about to head off to a gig and the Liverpool match was on. And she was like, oh, what? I was like, I'm half watching this. I said...
That's so not like you.
No, but I was like, there's been more people on the ground. There's been no football played. Yeah. And as we just sat there for 15 minutes and I said, let's just watch and see how many times the game is stopped for a fella who's pretending to be hurt. It happened in 15 minutes about 4 times. So you're kind of going, I haven't watched a drop of football.
Yeah.
It's just a fella on the ground again. Like, what is going on here? Like, and the fact that a referee can't go, no, I don't believe you.
But what's happening
I
is
don't believe you.
It is an erosion of common sense.
Yeah, common sense is gone. But we don't call it common sense in Ireland. Even that's too fucking... We call it cop on.
Oh, yeah, okay, fair enough.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's very different than common sense because even common sense is like... Common sense is very directed.
But you don't you lose cop on the less you're experiencing the world in reality.
Yeah.
Like if you're experiencing the world a lot through the phone,
Yeah.
you lose...
You lose all the cop on.
You don't learn the lessons you learn. No. Like, in fairness, I just felt bad for the 2 kids because...
Yeah. Oh, I forgot we were talking about that.
All they learned was that, basically, that if they go up the counter and they haven't enough money...
Yeah.
A strange man...
Will buy it for
will
them.
say something to the guy behind the counter.
Yeah.
And then they can keep the money and the spiders.
Yeah, but like really that fella, I know that's true, but I don't think they'll remember that at all. I think it was a bit naive of the parents.
I hope to
send
meet
them,
them in years to come.
Yeah.
I hope to be in like, I know the Loft in Ballina some night and these 2 will come up to me and they'll go, well, what's the crack? And I was like, you don't remember me.
And they'll pull out the
and
spider out of the
going,
pockets.
Jesus, yourselves. We owe you a pint
Yeah, they
with
go
inflation.
Yeah, they go like, my parents got arrested after that. Like
we got taken off the
We got taken
parents.
off. We're in care now. But the thing is, I just, for those 2, that fella behind the counter should have, I don't know what his life situation is. He should have gone, it's all right, I'll put in the euro.
He probably gets kids all the time coming up with not enough monies.
I know, but you're just like...
You can't run a business like that.
Oh, but you're just hitting all these fucking things. You can't run a business anyway in this bastard place anymore. But you're just like, you can't be running the business. Of course you can.
Yeah.
We all used to run businesses. The grass was greener years ago, Ray, if you ask me. That's what I say. I know, I'm just saying that there's such a lack of cop on anymore.
Point well made.
Everything's been regulated out to the tits, Ray. We're regulated up to our tits.
Can I tell you a story from the past?
Go on.
Some historical.
Oh, brilliant. I can't wait. I want to go back.
You wanna go
Bring me
back?
back to this fucking beautiful world we used to live in back in the 60s in Ireland where there was nothing wrong with anyone.
I'm going to bring you back a bit further than that.
Wow, how far back?
I'm going to bring you back to 1944.
Oh, a great time.
But I'm not bringing you
What
back
a great time. Nothing wrong happened in 1944.
Not bringing you back to the Republic of Ireland.
Okay.
I'm bringing you back to Killymoon Castle, outside Cookstown, up the north.
Right, okay. In the north of Ireland.
In the north of Ireland, in the old Tyrone.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, in the north of Ireland. So
A pretty little girl from Cookstown in the county of Tyrone.
I was doing a gig on Saturday for a band called Tin As Lizzie,
Yeah.
who I'd have a long-term, lifetime affiliation with.
Yeah, they bought a coupon years and years ago that Ray had to do 800 sound gigs for them.
Yep, and
for a set price.
This was another one of them.
Yeah.
So I was away up. They were playing in a place called Mellons. I think it's Mellons Hotel, which is about 10 minutes north of Oma.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, hotel function room gig of a Saturday. I'm going to get up early and I'll be able to set up in my own time.
Yeah, that's what I like.
I know, yeah. I wasn't late for this one.
No.
So up I went and I landed in there about 2:30.
Jesus Christ, long day.
Oh yeah, I went up good and early because I wanted to take my time and, fix a few speakers while I was at it.
Yeah.
I walked into the function room and I was met by two ladies in their late 70s sitting at a table. And it appeared there was something on. I was going, oh no, what have to do with I should have rang.
Yeah.
Should have rang ahead and made sure the room was free.
Yeah.
So I whispered to the lady, what's this?
Yeah.
And she said, it is the Ulster Women's Autumn Council meeting, right? So there was about 150, possibly, older ladies from the age of, we'll say, 70 up.
Yeah.
All sitting there listening to a fella doing a historical talk about when the soldiers came to stay in Killymoon Castle.
Oh, you were loving this now.
So she said, she handed me the programme. I said, what time is it over at? About 4 o'clock. I said, that's sound.
Yeah.
So I said, I'll sit here now and go on my phone. But there was this fella talking about this place, Killymoon Castle. Never heard of it in my life.
Right.
Because you know the way you wouldn't know about castles up the north.
Well, did you know, Raymond, that apparently there's 33,000 castles in Ireland or something? Between ruins.
Did you make that up?
No, I didn't make it up. I read it.
That is, and every one of them paid for by the EU.
Yeah, everyone. If you look at it, there's a plaque. The castle outside Ballintubber in Roscommon. It's in ruins, but on it says...
on it, I paid for by the EU. 1071.
Yeah, that's
and you know something? It kind of was, because it was the Normans.
And that was when Copod stopped, when that castle was built.
So I sat down and started listening to the book. He was talking about the fact that the American soldiers landed, because a lot of the American soldiers that come over to fight in World War II landed into Belfast.
That's right.
On troop ships, and they prepared there for the D-Day landings in France. But about 4,300 of them stayed in and around the Cookstown area at Killymoon Castle.
As in just stayed there for a little while.
As in they stayed there for a little while they were training and getting ready to get on. They had to put them somewhere, get them across the Atlantic, howl on to them for a while.
Did 6 weeks hard training then.
Hard training.
Stay away
and
from
dancing with young ones from Cookstown. And then tipped on. So it was funny, I was actually kind of sitting there and I was going, all these women from the Ulster, no wonder they're getting a lesson on this, is because this is probably where a lot of them came out of.
Yeah.
Do you know, when I started doing my maths...
he died in...
No, but I'm just thinking, like, if all the average age is around 70-something...
They would have all been...
A lot of them could have been children of
the dance halls.
Of the dance halls with all these American troopers that landed over.
They were firing stuff right back then, the likes we'd never seen before.
Doing serious damage.
Awful damage.
But anyway,
they were doing plenty of training.
So I sat there and started... But I noticed beside the book that was telling the story... There was a lad dressed in full American get-up, and he was like in his 20s.
What would you consider full American get-up?
In the khaki green World War II uniform.
Military. Oh, yeah,
yeah, he was dressed up as a... I was going, no, they're not going to do what I think.
A reenactment.
It was your man got up, said, we're going to have a few words now from a fella called Trooper Vickery in Georgia, Atlanta.
Oh, he didn't pretend, did he?
So he got up, how y'all doing, folks?
What are all these devices you're holding to your head?
He said, thank you all for coming here today. Just going to tell you about the time we came into Is it Belfast? Is that what you pronounce it?
I can't do it. I'm itching my head. I'm scratching my head. It's so awkward. God.
But he had the full, in fairness, a really good American accent. And I heard him talking after it. He was full Northern Ireland.
I
know I do a lot of these now, in fairness, you know.
That's mad. Is that his acting job? Is that what his acting job is?
He was doing an acting job.
Yeah.
So he started talking, but in fairness now, I have to say, just to make sure now I have this, Trooper Vickery, he arrived into Killymoon Castle and stayed in tents there for a couple of weeks, danced with all the girls.
Is he real?
He's real.
Oh, yeah.
So then he spoke...
So how did they get him
So
there?
then... wait till you hear what happened to him. So he tipped off. Then they shipped him off over to Liverpool, and he hung around in the Midlands for a little while. Then down to the coast, and he joined the D-Day landing forces, which basically stormed the beaches. But he was one of the paratrooper lads, so he was dropped in to a place called Sir Mayor, or Cafe Sir Mayor, or something like that.
Oh, that's not. What did he get?
It was Sir
He
Mayor.
landed in as a paratrooper. I said, "Come here, could I get the eggs Benedict? And do you do flat whites?"
Yeah.
No, the boys are on the beach still. They'll
He
be in the
landed in
minute.
anyway with the paratroopers, and their job was to
Bring the boys down to the beach and see what they want. Really.
He was supposed to hold the bridge. So they were supposed to anyway, he was in with the group, so himself and the lads, and they were fighting for 4 or 5 days. And like everybody in the room wanted to find out how did he get on, like.
Yeah, did he make
so
it?
he basically talked for a while, talked about getting over there and then he stopped talking. And then your man, the other lad, then got up to tell the story of what happened to Trooper Vickery. Because we were all kind of on the edge
Don't
of
tell
our
me he
seats.
died on set. Oh!
No, wait, here it is. Trooper Vickery. So he's only 18 or 19 years of age. He's from Atlanta, Georgia. He tells us all about how much he wants to get back to his mother and his sisters and his brother and a whole lot. And then your man comes up and goes, you're probably wondering what happened to him. Well, he got there to France. He was in a very successful unit that did lots of good for the D-Day landings. But ultimately, they were fighting for a couple of days and they said, we better take a little break. So they asked, is there any volunteers to keep an eye out to see if the Germans come?
I thought you were going to tell me they all called pegs.
No.
Do you remember pegs back in the day?
What is pegs?
You know, if you were playing a game of catching and then you needed to take a break from, you'd say, I'm on pegs. So they all just called pegs.
No.
Pew, 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 pegs. I was on pegs, you can't shoot me down.
Most of the unit called pegs.
Yeah.
And Trooper Vickery volunteered to go up the top of the hill and keep an eye out for the Germans.
Yeah.
So up he went with his Tommy gun, and the rest of the lads are down the bottom of the field. And apparently, as he was sitting there keeping an eye out, 30 German paratroopers emerged from the bushes, coming towards the lads sleeping at the bottom of the hill.
You'd be shiting yourself.
So he had a decision to make. He could either run to the bottom of the hill to wake the lads, because they're all asleep.
Yeah.
But if he ran to the bottom of the hill, he would show their position. He'd probably get shot running, because the Germans would have spotted him and shot him, and they would also know then where the lads were sleeping. Or he could engage the Germans and basically do as best he could, and the lads down the bottom of the hill
would hear it
and would then be arisen from their slumbers.
Yeah.
And they would maybe perhaps come to help.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what he decided to do, the big brave head in him.
Wow.
American lad, Trooper Vickery, from Georgia, I think, Atlanta, Georgia, and he opened up fire on the 30 Germans as they came out of the bush, and the lads down the bottom of the hill heard the crack.
Yeah.
They were going, "Jeez, we better get up."
Get up.
No
Jamie,
more,
up.
no more pegs.
Yeah, pegs is off.
So they bolted up towards it, knowing fine well that young Vickery was up on his own, engaging the Germans. And when they landed, they found him, unfortunately, mortally wounded with 4 shots to the chest.
Wow.
But he was surrounded by 30 dead Germans.
What?
So he'd managed, apparently, to take out the whole lot of them.
What the fuck? Gee, that's some job, man, isn't it?
But I have to say, I didn't expect to be at the Ulster Women's Association Autumn Council in Mellon's Hotel in Oma on Saturday, but I really enjoyed it.
I would have loved that as well. And I have a couple of points to make. Number one is it's an amazing feat that I don't think we'll ever understand.
No.
And I know that stress and anxiety is contextual, okay?
Yeah.
Like as in we all have it based on our own lives.
Yeah.
And you'd never I'd never be saying to the girls at home, "Oh, you think you have it bad?" Look at the kids in Africa, as in like you only feel what you feel at the time based on your own circumstances. That's number one. Okay, how on earth he did that? Unbelievable feats of bravery.
But he was just sitting there
unbelievable
going,
feats of bravery. And number two is they were clearly trying to tell all those women, if you think ye fucking have. Look what the boys were doing for you back in the 40s.
Yeah.
And now you giving out here, there and everywhere about all this stuff.
That's probably what they were at.
And that's hopefully those. And
That's
women,
the message they took away with it.
and women of that age will succumb to that message. They will say, "Do you know what? The boys, we should have left it to the boys."
I just thought it was a great wee story. Because you do forget, the horrors of war after 80 years of peace is very far from our memories.
God almighty, yeah. But
yeah.
it is far from our memories. That one is far from our memories. But like, I truly believe that trauma based on trouble like that carries on generationally, whether you subconsciously.
Yeah. I do believe in generational trauma, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Yeah. And I'd love to be able to verbalise it a lot better than I'm going to right now, but I think when you look at the troubles in Ireland, what we call the troubles and all that, I think people feel the weight of that even now, and even though we had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
I think we feel the weight of it some way or another. even just by knowing.
I'd say that even the years before that, the famine.
The famine is a big one.
The War of Independence.
Yeah.
All that sort of stuff.
The famine's a big one. I guarantee you, subconsciously, we carry the famine with us.
Yeah.
And it's a
probably
reason.
About 800 years, I would estimate.
I was sometime 800 years ago, we were flying.
Yeah.
In this country.
Definitely were flying.
Nothing wrong. Everyone tipping around all rosy. Okay. Yeah. And something happened then. And then for 800 years then, we have just been.
I don't know what it could be.
But like, I've been talking about this because we have some foreign friends now. You know?
Yeah.
And it's funny trying to explain the intricacies of an Irishman to foreign friends when they go, like, they might go, why did your man do that thing? And then I'm kind of like, I can't explain it to you, but I know why he done it, and it's because he's an Irish man.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know that's quite broad, you know, but if you did ask me to nail it down to one thing, I would literally say that's what Irish fellas are like.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's true across the world, by the way.
Is what happened?
Like,
what happened to me in the Radisson the last night? Is that 800 years? Is that what caused that?
What happened to you?
Do you remember I told you I had no patience? I went up to the bar in the Radisson.
Yeah.
And we were playing a mock wedding.
That is COVID now.
Mock wedding.
Yeah.
It was a tremendous mock wedding.
Unbelievable nice.
Now, I did come home and I did tell Laura, I said, I have to say there was a girl there, like a young girl wearing like a communion dress. And I didn't realise they were doing a mock communion as well as a mock wedding.
It's a flower girl dress.
But Laura was very worried about this going, why were you staring at a young girl in the community? I said, because it was just so weird to see it. And then Laura seen snaps of the mock wedding after that and realised it was not a child.
It was an adult, by the way.
It was an adult in what was known as a flower dress, flower girl dress.
Yeah. I thought you knew that.
No, I didn't. I thought
you made this joke to me in the Radisson. I was like, I didn't know you didn't realise that she was pretending to be the flower girl.
She was pretending to be anyway.
Even though she was in her late 80s.
On the break, it was after the gig, I went down to get a beer. For myself and yourself.
Yeah.
You know, reward ourselves for a night. Good work done. And
like
I went to the bar, just to paint the picture real quick.
Yeah.
I went to the bar, there was a gentleman waiting for a pint of Smithwick's. He got his pint and left. There was another gentleman ordering a whiskey. He was struggling to find the change, the 670 in his pocket to find for the whiskey. And in the meantime, I stood there. Mm-hmm. I was clearly next.
Yep.
Next thing, a lady and a gentleman came to the bar. The lady went up to the bar. She was fine. She didn't make too much of a noise, which was great. But as soon as your man had paid for the whiskey, and the barman, of course, that had no awareness at all of who was next at all, but your man over beside me, Johnny come lately to the bar, starts going, can I get 6 pints of Heineken? And I had an out-of-body experience where I went, whoa, to the gentleman. I lost the run
I'm
myself.
so glad you did it, though.
No, but I'm sorry I did it, because I felt it was a little bit...
no, I get that. I know what you're saying, though. Cause
was that 800 years?
It's 800 years that did that.
Generational trauma.
Yeah, no, that's 800 years.
I can't bear to be skipped in the queue.
You saw an Englishman on a beach. That's what you saw.
Yeah. And I said, no, not here.
No way, I'm not doing it again.
You will not step in front of me here.
You're like that? No. You unzip me. No, so I agree with you, though. But the thing is, the problem now is, a barman there now, years ago,
would know who...
2019.
Yes.
You go into any pub, pre-COVID. I'm not going to name pubs, but there were some brilliant pubs in Sligo where a barman would go, what you want, right?
Yeah.
He'd start filling your drinks and he'd go, you.
What do you want?
You. And he'd do 4 orders at once.
Memory.
When was the last time you saw a barman do 4 orders at once?
No.
Honestly.
No.
And that meant that there was no mad jump for a bar.
Yeah.
I don't remember ever waiting for a drink ever in my life.
So vexed.
No, I get it though. And it's only the odd time. We don't like doing that, do we?
No.
We don't like doing that because me and you are quite passive gentlemen.
But I thought that when lads come up to a bar, like when I come up to a bar, I am very conscious of who's there before me.
That's the next
thing.
And
I go, sorry, they were here before me.
The most amazing thing is sometimes barmen ask, who's next?
Yeah.
And luckily me and you were nice.
And we don't say it.
And I'll actually go, Sheila's been here for a while.
Yeah. Now,
but then what happens then is he goes, your man fucking let Sheila go.
Yeah.
I'm going to get Bucky Boo next.
Yeah. He knows then, yeah.
He goes, I'll let your man go because But don't ask the question who's next because like someone will go, oh, me. But now, you only rocked up to the bar.
There's one thing that could
Barney.
There could be one thing that could exempt Barney from this. If he was bananas.
Yeah,
if Barney was bananas, then I shouldn't have whoa-whoa'd him. And in fairness, his reaction to me maybe looked like he just smiled. Kind of, what?
Do you know what else is happening though as well, Raymond? And this is something that I didn't really want to get into because it hurts. You know when you don't want to admit the obvious or the truth.
Oh, yeah.
What's happening to us is we used to be really good-looking, fresh young gentlemen. Right?
Are you saying now we're old and craggly and nobody wants to serve us?
Yeah. So what's happening there is especially with young ones.
Yeah.
When we used to be tipping around Sligo in our prime, big old hairy old flutes, we used to tip around, okay? We get a pint anywhere, Ray.
Yeah.
Just with the confidence and the brightness of our face and the walking up. But now young ones are muscling past us and we're like ghosts in the night.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sauna. That's like we are. Yeah, we're like ghosts on Halloween, okay? So that's what's happening to us. We don't get recognised anymore.
Also, last thing now, this is not a funny thing.
Okay.
Drinking.
Yeah.
We've been talking a bit about my drinking here on the podcast.
Yes, bad.
I'm not an alcoholic.
Okay.
Sound? Right?
Yeah.
Just put that out there.
It's not a funny thing.
I've one can every now and again, it's fine.
Yep.
But I see the book talking about drinking as a social technology. And you know the way Gen Z are very much now, no, we don't be drinking pints now, we're all drinking the 0.0s.
We're all drinking 0.0 and going to the gym. Doing 14 bags of Pablo's dandruff.
The thing about the alcohol is it socially disarms people.
Yep.
So if you go for a pint with someone, you're basically, and I've thought about this actually since I heard it.
You're putting your tools down.
You're basically going, look, I'm going to have a drink and you know it's going to lower my inhibitions.
Yeah.
But I also know it's going to lower your inhibitions and we are going to get to know one another little bit better. And I know that I am going to see past any walls you might have up because the drink will disarm you.
Yeah, it is a social lubricant.
It is a social lubricant, and for millennia, alcohol has been used to build trust between people. It's like when you're trying to seal a big deal with a Japanese conglomerate who are trying to invest many shares in your business.
Yeah. Are you just talking about me last week? No,
you just want to bring out the Japanese lads and you want to know what we'll do now? We will go and drink pints. Because if we drink pints together, we will build a relationship outside of the thing we're trying to do business-wise, and it makes everything...
And when you wake up the next morning, you go, yup, that was some crap, wasn't it?
Because you've built a memory.
Yeah.
But
you got in a fight on Georgia Street, remember? You knocked the head of...
I admit that obviously drink companies, it wasn't the same millennia ago. There wasn't like heavy drink advertising.
Yeah.
So it was very straightforward. The drinks industry has tempted us all into the old beveraginos.
Yes.
But I do think there's still a role for alcohol, drink responsibly, in the world.
I couldn't agree more.
And that's why I'm not an alcoholic.
I couldn't. Okay, so thank you, Raymond.
What I'm doing is I'm every time I have a tin of White Hag with my podcast, I am merely socially disarming myself in a chemical fashion.
Yeah, okay, so that's good. So who's next to talk?
Hi, I'm Ray and I'm an alcoholic because...
Eugene, you were court mandated to come here. Why don't you tell everyone your story?
I tried to get you on I tried to get people to trust me. Ray, that's all I was trying to do.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, I was messing with you the last couple of weeks. I couldn't agree more that the beauty of a load of drinks is that you end up talking shite.
Yeah, but you asked me why am I so fond of a drink when I'm doing it?
The thing is that we don't need to socially disarm each other. We've seen each other naked.
It's the people I'm talking to down the end of this microphone.
Oh, yeah, so you see all of them down the end of the microphone. I see all of them,
and I can't look at them naked because I can't see them.
Yeah, some people are better without it, but like, no, as in some people are better without drink.
Yeah.
You know? That's true. As in the Raybo do without drink or whatever, but like...
Is that me?
I completely agree that there's a social aspect to drinking that is just marvellous, okay? We went out last week for my birthday.
Yeah.
I talked the utmost of shite for 3 hours.
You did, and I couldn't listen to you. I went home.
Ray couldn't handle it.
I couldn't. Yeah,
Brendan lasted another hour maybe,
and
he couldn't handle it anymore. And the only person left to handle it then was the barman in Lily's, JV. Yeah. He was the only one left because he couldn't go anywhere, so he was working.
He couldn't. It's his premises.
But that's what they are. Do you know the way they all say a barman is a counsellor?
Yeah.
He's a fucking, you know.
Yeah.
There's, you know.
By the way, Brendan is here all of a sudden.
Yeah, Brendan, sorry, he walked in halfway through that.
But anyway, he was really late. So why are you annoyed at me? Why didn't you go and give out the nickel about him?
Because we now have a machine that does his job for him. The second AI talks back to me, I'll be starting at 6 o'clock regardless of you being here or not. Doesn't matter at all. Yeah. One more thing, lads. There are still tickets available for the Royal, the TF in Castlebar on the 20th of December. That is Alan Clark's live show.
It's absolute lux extravaganza show.
Christmas live
which
show.
I'm genuinely really looking forward to. I think it's the biggest gig we'll do all year.
Yeah, so the thing is, I would have gone anyway for the crack.
Yeah.
He's got Kyla Cobbler, he's got Tig and Derry Fleming.
Is it the Flemings?
Yeah, a pair of Flemings.
No man had a pair of Flemings before this.
No, that's the only man ever that had a pair of Flemings.
I haven't heard them doing something like this.
I can't wait. You know the way I always say this, I don't get starstruck by looking at people like Trump or Biden can walk, I wouldn't give a shit, but I'm just really looking forward to meeting them. I can't wait to meet Derry.
Yeah.
I can't
wait.
And
I can't wait to meet Tig.
No, so there we go. We'll both bring them off into separate
Maybe
rooms.
we could be in a relationship.
I'm going to be in one with Derry. Okay. Mark's in a relationship in Derry. Mark's in Derry. Oh Lord of Almighty!
I hope they don't listen.
And he hopefully doesn't know who we are.
Yeah.
So anyway, the Atlantic are going to be the house band there. It's going to be class. There's still tickets available. If you go to the Royal TF the website, you'll find.
And is
the
there
tickets
a possibility of a live show for us coming up at some point?
I mean, someone did say 13th February. Is it
13th of February?
Yeah,
but I
someone
wonder
said this.
when would tickets be available?
No, it doesn't even matter. Stop on about that all the time. Selling to people, Raymond. But they can't be everywhere now, though. If you go looking right now, could they?
Right now.
What?
Yep.
But where is the show going to be
if
then?
his show is on in the Hawkswell Theatre.
Ray, will you stop telling everyone? We're not supposed to be telling anyone about
We've gotten
this.
very good at this marketing stuff now, I have to say.
Stop. Okay. Yeah. So.
Oh, we forgot about all that.
Goodness gracious! We have stuff we need to do. Can we just flatten this, Ray, in a couple of seconds?
Yeah. We had a meeting with the absolute wonderful
no,
people.
that doesn't matter. That's not the details we need to be going into. I'm just saying, because we don't need to break down the fourth wall completely.
Okay.
All we need to tell you is all we need
Sorry,
to tell
I'm
you
bananas.
is from now on every week we're going to be asking you to follow the podcast on the platforms that you're listening on.
Yeah.
Spotify. Let's take Spotify as the
I'd
best
say
example.
most of them are following it. I think the problem is not problem. It'd be great if you could throw an old comment on the podcast, or if you could like it, if that's possible.
Yeah.
Or share it.
Yes.
I think share it gets extra points.
Yeah.
Share it gets you a mug and a t-shirt.
Yeah, so there is algorithms involved in what Spotify do, and Apple to a certain extent as well.
We didn't know.
But we had no idea of this. If you want, nowadays, if you want to get pushed up the charts, right, you need to be you can comment on Spotify now.
Yeah.
You can like videos, I think, on Spotify now, and you can share videos on Spotify.
And all I'm going to say is Kendy and Raybo, Christmas number 1.
No.
That's what we're driving for.
We're
in the
pushing for the Christmas
next
number
6
one.
weeks
Yeah.
or 8 weeks or whatever is between now and Christmas, we're hoping that you can get us to the Christmas number 1 spot.
No.
Or at least 83.
Either us or Rage Against the Machine. We'll take either one of those.
Yeah, but we're the podcast charts.
But you're whatever. Like, okay, well then us then, so not Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
But the point being is that from now on episodes, we're going to sound like influencers, because we're going to be constantly asking you to like and follow and share and all that, and comment. God mighty, comment underneath Spotify videos.
What could people
and here's a
comment
promise.
this week?
Here is a promise. We'll engage.
Oh.
Fuck, Ray, we've never engaged ever before. We will engage in them. Instead of the conversations happening on fucking Instagram posts, right? Let's do them on Spotify for a while, everyone.
Yeah, that's cool.
We will genuinely engage with you.
Throw up an old comment there.
Yeah.
And Kendy will come back to you.
Throw it up there now. Have you it up?
Now.
Are you ready for me to engage? I'm not answering that, you dirty pervert.
Yeah.
Don't ever ask me anything like that again. But if you want, I'm only giving you a ballpark figure.
Yeah.
12.
12.
I'm not saying. All right, so don't ask that question ever again. Okay. Anyway, so don't forget to follow, all that stuff. If you please comment on it. And fair play to Brendan for half flicking the keys.
Half flicking the keys of himself.
He half flicked himself over there. Fair play to me.
And fair play to me.
Good luck.
Good luck.
The Kendy and Raybo podcast, sponsored by Maeve's Cozy Front Lounge and the Garavo.